See who all gets in this room. This isn't interesting. They're coming back. Like the zombies, they are. They're coming back. Yes, they are. I'll try and see if I can set this somehow. Whoop. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Dun, 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 dun. Like I said, it's like, how do we deal with it when they do? Like, what's the proper way? Hello, how are you? Yeah, like, out of the blue, a message from someone I have not heard from in probably since August. A supposed friend of mine. I'm trying to set this because anytime, hang on guys, and see if I can set this at a decent angle without bumping that button. Hi, who's everyone here? Yeah, it's that time of year. If you celebrate the holidays in the United States, across the world, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, happy whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays if you prefer that. I prefer Merry Christmas, but even though it's not Jesus' birthday and it's dumb, I hate this time of year. I really do. Guess what? I stuck to my guns. I bought nobody nothing for Christmas. Zero. You wanna know what they get? Lovely me. They get me. I mean, I did make some people some stuff. Probably more valuable than buying them anything is my jewelry. So I used my resources for what I could. Started yesterday. Well, maybe the day before. I got to tell you the series of sequences of events that led up to, is this Mercury retrograde? What is going on? If any of you guys are getting Hoover text, I told you guys they'd be coming back. Hoovering. They call it that in our community. Might not necessarily be narcissists necessarily, but just people. Many of us have been hyped up for this new decade because the last decade has sucked. I'm going to be getting around. My daughter actually does have a doctor appointment today, and I do have stuff I have to do. I have running I have to go do. I feel bad I didn't get my dad nothing for Christmas. He's one of my favorite people. I don't even know what to get him. He's so hard to buy for. So it's like, what do I get him? I said to my mom, I don't know what to get him. So he's gonna get money. That's it. That's all I can do. I do have to do a quick video here. I gotta run to the bank because I should have went there yesterday, but I was too busy stuck in bed, transmuting more energy. This all started. It's like every other day I'm good, and then I go through a mini dark night of the soul, and I cry it out, and then I'm good. It's kind of like that gutting thing that I was telling y'all about. Well, yesterday was one of those days. It was weird. I woke up. I fell asleep, woke up about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning with a message on my phone from somebody I haven't talked to in months. I cut this person out of my life because this person has disappointed me more times. This person was supposed to be my best friend in the whole entire world. Yeah, she was. I consider her, she's a fellow fire sign, and I love Sagittariuses, and she was fun. She had a good time. But anytime Dick's involved, she's hightailing it out of there. She can give two shits about you. Like, I don't want friends like that in my life. I don't need people like that in my life. Sorry, you're not going to sit there and dump all your problems onto me. Only at your convenience. Where were you when I needed you? That's pretty much how it goes. And when she pulled her shenanigans, because we were supposed to go to the beach together, when she pulled her shenanigans about not letting me know to the last minute that we weren't going. Or that she was changing the day from, she let me know like that morning, like 10 o'clock in the morning. We were supposed to leave at noon. She let me know like 10 o'clock in the morning she wasn't leaving until Thursday. Really? I said, you want to know what? Don't ever talk to me again. I'm done. Like, I don't need inconsistent people in my life. You can, Merry Christmas. Hang on a minute. I gotta get my glasses. Hang on. But they are coming back. Yes, they are. They're coming back in spades. Let me see what that said. I'm just getting around here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Come on. I don't know why I can't see what you said. Can you repeat that, please? Norley, is that you? I couldn't tell. I apologize. It's like it popped up so fast and then... Oh, Merry Christmas got around because I got... Oh, Bill. Hi, Bill. How are you? Oh, I'll be safe. Don't worry about that. Heading up to the hospital, actually. I gotta take Ms. Olivia up there for pediatric neurology. Either way, yes, they are going to try to... We're going into a new millennium. Hey, Bill, hit the thumbs up button if you're still on here, please. Buddy, old buddy. So I'm kind of like... I was confused because, yeah, there was a few times she tried to contact me and... Phone going off. Hang on. Tristan Seabass, so I don't answer phones to people like that. Hi, who's ever on here? I see 2 thumbs up. Thank you very much. I think the collective reading had something to do with people coming back, if I'm not mistaken. And it's because they know you're about to move on. They know that the glow up is real. They're feeling a loss without you. Good. Bad for them, good for you. Sorry, let me move this up a little. I'm just making sure that other phone call wasn't my daughter. And yesterday was another day of not feeling quite right. Purging, trying to get some things done. I didn't sleep very well. I didn't go back to sleep till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and it was like, and then I was up by 9. So here I am, and I got to get to the bank. So I hope that they don't close before I get there, or nobody's getting anything for Christmas. Because I got to get money out of the bank, or they're going to have to wait until after Christmas. Sorry. Like, I don't care this year about the holidays. This means nothing to me. I kid you not. Like, this doesn't mean a damn thing to me. You know, I see all these pictures people post and stuff, and it's like, so what? Doesn't mean anything to me. And I guess that sounds cynical or awful, but well, with me, it was more, I couldn't really enjoy being able to go and buy people's stuff. I couldn't, nobody, I'm telling you what, nobody appreciates when I went and bought them stuff anyway. So this year they're not going to get nothing. Period. Didn't appreciate it anyway, so why in the fuck go buy shit? I'm not. I'm going to give them each a $100 bill. Merry fucking Christmas. And I don't even really have that to give away, but you know, kids are fucking spoiled. Doesn't matter if they have a job making their own freaking money or anything. The only one I really should be buying anything for is Olivia, because she's the only one who is still a kid and struggles. So, and does, you know, she's in school. The other two, one's a Marine who acts like a kid. Yeah, he'll be leaving and all, but he makes his own money. He's making like $3,000-$4,000 a month. Has a brand new car. My other son's the same way. So what does he need $100 from me for when he makes his own fucking money? These kids don't help me out, not at all, not around here, they don't do shit for me and haven't. And I hate to bitch about my kids on here, but it's the truth. My son, actually, yeah, I gave him a haircut. We bartered. I had to barter for him to go cut my grass once. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Especially when your mom is sick and he knows how sick I've been. It's like, it's gross. Enough about them. Because I do love my brats. They are my kids. I do love them. But they could do more and they don't. This is why I feel no ways about moving away from here. I don't. I dropped everybody. The only people I have are my kids, and one lives in North Carolina. The other one, he's on the road all the time traveling. He comes here sometimes, but it's very rare that I get to see him. Maybe once a month he'll stop in and see me with his sister or cousin. The other night he stopped in. But makes me feel guilty a lot of times. It's just, I'm ready for this decade to be over. And I'm going to feel no ways when I move the fuck away from here. None. So, not real, I don't know. Either way, like I said, I got a message last night from my supposed best friend. Who, yeah, it's been a century since I met her. Decade. Since I met her. She was supposed to be one of my best friends. This is the girl that I took in my house. I let her stay here for months for free. Yeah, the whole time she trashed my house. Her cats pissed and shit everywhere and ruined my carpet. We had a little falling out back then, but you want to know what? I was always one to apologize. I was always one to extend my hand back out. I'm not doing it no more with these people. And they feel the pull away. I'm sorry, but I've tried to help this. She's been in nasty, abusive relationships. I've tried to help her through that. Try to make her see, look, you're dealing with this type of a person. A narcissist. I was learning about it. I could see it way more in other relationships than when I could in my own, of course. Red flags are very easy to see when you're seeing other people doing it to somebody else than when it's happened to you, because you're the one in the mind fog and not the one on the outside looking in. So, collective, I feel like we really need to look out for one another in these situations, because we're going to start finding people, or we're going to start encountering people that are going to want to date. And I really feel that you need to, yeah, it's kind of our own business who we date. It's kind of our, but I think as discernment and as a collective, I don't think it's a bad idea to run it by your people. Let them meet this person. Put them right up there. FaceTime with somebody. And let somebody with good discernment be like, I don't think he's a good idea keeping a red eye out on this and this and this and this and this. And are they doing this? And, you know, watch out for the love bombing. That's the first clue. Is that love bombing? Oh, another thing. Remember I told you I was going to unblock? Well, I did. I did. I knew when I was supposed. It was weird how I did it. Yeah. He's blocked again. But he thinks he's blocked because Brenda Eberstein sent a photo. Oh. Well, did I one of the things the universe showed me, okay? Look, I wasn't really all that upset. I didn't ask for the tickets. I wanted to go see my football team, and I don't watch football a whole lot. But it was kind of like my team is the Eagles because, you know, I love Philadelphia. Not necessarily the city, but I've been an Eagles fan since I was 8 years old. If there's, okay. Beyond spirituality and beyond when I feel like cooking, there's two other things I'm good at. One of them is football. The other one we won't get into. Okay? I know football. I've been a huge football fan since I was a kid, and I've been an Eagles fan since I've been 8. So I've been watching it. So I understand football. I understand the game. I understand the calls. I understand, you know, either I'm a diehard fan. Okay? Not diehard enough to actually anymore have regular TV going on in my house, though. I don't need that negative shit in my house. I'll go somewhere else and watch football if I'm going to watch it. I don't need to watch the news. I don't need to see the bullshit with Trump. I don't need... I know what I believe. 4 more years. And I know it's going to happen. I'm calling it right now for you all on YouTube. Good morning, Michelle. I'm letting you know right now. People saying, oh, well, he's going to get impeached or he's going to... No, he's not. Not going to pass the Senate. So, no, he's not. And he's going to win the election. So, 4 more years. Hopefully, what gets impeached is all of Congress and the House of Representatives. That's what needs gone. If you have a sociology degree or you have a political science degree, you really need to be highly considering taking what you know about spirituality and combining it with that. And possibly running for some kind of office or something. And get, yeah, I got coffee. You do. Because Congress is what needs to go. We're not getting nothing done with the way our Congress is set up. We're not. And the Senate, just has a stack of bills like this sitting there that they're not fucking with. They're not. What are we paying them for? They're not doing nothing. They're not helping you. They're not helping me. They're not helping the rest of society. They're just collecting a paycheck. These Senate terms, they need to be out of there. I'm sorry, but that's the revolution that needs to happen. They all need out of there. I don't give a shit if they're I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm neither or. I am a truther. I'm all about fairness and justice. And hello. How you doing, Kia? Hi Heidi. I'm all about fairness and justice. And I have not saw a whole lot of bipartisanship going on at all. And I don't mean to really be getting into a political thing here, but it's coming back around again. This is another Mercury retrograde thing. I know some of you don't want to hear it. And I know some of you don't like Trump. But I'm going to let you know right now, he's going to win again. The Democrats and the far left have pissed off enough people now because of the lying. If they would have had anything, they would have had any factual stuff. Honestly, the investigation really needs to be on the prior administration. And that's the truth. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to go after the prior administration and the deep state now. And if you don't know what the deep state is, I suggest you look it up. It's the people pulling the strings underneath the actual government and usurping that authority. Yep. So, if you have any kind of poli-sci degree and you're into spirituality, or if you have a sociology degree, you should be able to see this. I'm not a diehard Republican, not at all. I'm about fairness and justice and freedom for everybody throughout the entire world. I want people free. I want people free from their own selfish ways and their own, so that they can excel. And I'm not the type of person, like I said, I used to really be into politics. I have a sociology degree. I've taken more freaking political science classes than most. I understand how democracy works. I understand how I'm more of a libertarian. Put it that way. I don't like war. I don't want to fund war. What we should be funding is people who are homeless. What we should be funding is people who are being sexually trafficked and getting them the help and resources they need. What we should be funding isn't big pharma, but it's getting people off this freaking medication. Yeah, let the numbers drop down. Well, there is funding for drug rehab. It's called Suboxone clinics. Just switch a drug out for another one. Let's just switch out one drug of narcotic for another one. I know it's not getting clean. And you want to know what? I called them on it in my own local. I was like a truther in my own local government. That's why they fired me. I caused a rift. Because I'm like, okay, well, I get the Suboxone clinic to get people off of heroin. Okay, I get that at first. Is there a step-down program? This is the stuff I was asking. Do you have a step-down program to actually get people completely clean? No, they give them the same friggin' thing, the same dose every day. They go and get their dose. And then they're keeping people on the medication. It's like, you people suck. Absolutely suck. You're making money off the backs of the lowest of low in our society. Whether they have a mental health or a mental health condition, no counseling. Well, they do have something called Gadenzia around here. Yep. They do have a drug program called Gadenzia around here. And it's a failure. Let's just put it that way. We're going to throw it out there. Gadenzia, you're a big fat failure too. They have 12-step programs. Big fat failure, usually ran by the church or church people. This is why prison, I'm telling you, it's one big network of bullshit fuckery, okay? Our probation situation is a rotation meant to keep people in the system, okay? Most of the time, people go in the system at first for a DUI. You get that first DUI, you get tainted. If your DUI is low enough and you go through the whole program, you get a thing called ARD, okay? I don't know if you guys know about ARD, but it's a program that basically you can get that DUI expunged off of your record. However, if you reoffend, you end up with 2 DUIs and 2 counts the next time. And it doesn't get wiped off. A DUI stays on your record for 10 years in Pennsylvania. If you have a DUI, you can't even get into, if you have any record of any DUI at all, you can't even get into Canada. That's messed up, in my opinion. But yet they want open borders at the southern border. Are you fucking kidding me? But you can't even get into Canada as a United States citizen if you have a DUI? And they're calling for open borders. Hypocrites. I'm not joking. You can't get into Canada if you have a DUI, even if you have a passport. They will turn you away at the border. But yet they're calling for open borders. Oh yeah. My ex-husband and his brother, who had a DUI, and this DUI was from back before him and I got together. So this was like 21 years ago. He had a DUI. He might have ended up with one. He might have had 2 DUIs at one point. Oh, yeah. They had a job to do up in Canada and they weren't allowed in the country. Yep. But yet they want open borders at our southern border. But you can't get into Canada as an American citizen with a passport? And you haven't had a DUI in years? Yeah. That's how fucked up our system is. But nobody's bitching about Canada doing that. Nobody's bitching about Canada not allowing people in their country because a United States citizen had a DUI one time. I can't get into Canada now because I had a DUI of .086. I did everything that I needed to, and this was years ago. This is Canada's. This isn't U.S. This is Canada's rule. Look it up. You can look it up. Their border patrol going into Canada. If you have a DUI, you might as well, you're getting turned away at the border. It's a fact. Like I said, my ex-husband, he doesn't even have a DUI. He went up there to do a job with his brother. And his brother had a DUI and they were turned away. And they had work to do up there. And yep, got turned away at the border because his brother had that DUI, so they couldn't get in. So I know of another person who had a DUI that wanted to go up to Alaska, and to get up to Alaska, you got to go through a portion of Canada. Couldn't get into Alaska. Couldn't even get into another freaking United States territory. They couldn't even get into another state because they had to go through Canada to get into Alaska, and the Canadians wouldn't let them in because he had a DUI. Turned away at the border. But yet they're bitching open borders for everybody, but nobody's up at the northern border saying, why can't we come in just because we had a DUI 20 years ago? But they're bitching about Trump wanting to put a wall at the southern border so that we're not influxed with all of Mexico coming here taking our jobs. Are you kidding me? Something is loose in the screws here. Have any of you saw California lately? Los Angeles? Have you? No, they don't show you that on the news, how they're completely overran. Hello, Jessica. Ask Jess. They're completely overran. What are they doing about those tunnels? Because they need to blow them the fuck up, is what they need to do. I have no problem with our brown brothers and sisters. I don't. If they want to become a United States citizen, do it the right way. I'm cool with that. I am. I'm cool with that. I understand if you're fleeing a tyrannical government, whatever. But we're already overran here in the United States. It makes me to the point where I just want to sell all my stuff and move to fucking Puerto Rico. Hey, I can get into Puerto Rico. That's a United States territory. And it's tropical. I'm like, hey, why not? Let's go to Puerto Rico. They want to come here. I want to go there. They did something about United States citizens getting into Mexico, how dangerous it is now. If you're a U.S. citizen coming from United States going into Mexico. That it's dangerous for you as a United, but yet they want it, they can come here. Well, why are we calling for open borders here then? Why should we just let everybody here? There's not even enough places for people to live. Like I said, have you saw the outskirts of LA? There's so many homeless people. Well, you were raised in LA, but over the last course, it is sad. There's feces everywhere. People just take a shit. They don't care about the land. They don't. If you were not born and raised, I'm telling you, even I'm up here in Pennsylvania. And my town, you can't even walk down the street anymore and feel safe. You can't even go into a bar and have a drink and not be overran. You better know Spanish. I've never saw so many foreign people in my life. How they all got here, I have no idea. So quickly, I don't know. And I'm way up north from the Mexican border. So, and let's get this straight. I have no problems. Politics really isn't my thing. And border stuff really isn't my thing. However, this is the type of stuff that it's frustrating because it doesn't go both ways when it comes to the countries, okay? It's not even necessarily the people, it don't go both ways. You can't just go into a country. It affects us. You're absolutely, it affects us more. It affects the taxpayer is who it affects. That's what I'm talking about. We'll just give them a bottle of Narcan. Here's your Narcan for shooting up in case you overdose or you get a bad batch of heroin. Here's your Narcan. Instead of getting people off the dope. Where do you think that dope came from? Nope. Some of it came from Mexico, but that's not where it came from. When did this heroin problem really become a problem? Let's talk about that one. When did the heroin problem really become a problem? Look, they started medicating people who were in car accidents. And fucking A right. Doggone right. They started medicating people. And you want to know what? I can say I was one of those people because I was in a bad car accident in 2010. I go back 2010, 2011, and I'm thinking this was a decade from hell. Because I had my money in order. I had my own business. I had my own cleaning business. I just recently signed up to go back to school. And I was doing pretty good on my own. I had my rentals as a secondary income. My uncle actually overdosed on fentanyl. He had 6 patches on him when they found him. Yes, he did. Well, seems like everybody started, and I'm telling you this, everybody started abusing Percocets and Vicodin. That's where it started. Because the way those drugs work, it's sort of like cocaine. You need more and more. You need a higher dose because it stops working. Because it bypasses your, there's a certain nerve or I forget what it's called. But there is a certain thing in your brain that triggers the pain receptor and it numbs that. So guess what? You need more of a dose of it. And these doctors knew. These doctors knew exactly what they were doing. I do believe that some people who are in actual pain, such as Vietnam vets that lost a limb, they can't even get any kind of pain medication anymore. Somebody who has scoliosis, you want to know when you get you want to know when you want to know what my doctor did to me in 2014? My ex-boyfriend, I'm gonna throw this out there. This is I was dating somebody who is an alcoholic because he has addictive personality and he had done some bullshit, and I was getting the doctor's dose of my Vicodin just kept going up and up and up, but I was still only taking 2 a day. 1 in the morning, one in the later afternoon, just to get me through the day. wasn't like I was taking the 4 or 5 a day. So I always had extra left over. Well, my ex-boyfriend, he would leave me money and take all my fucking pills. I didn't ask him for it. He just did it. Here, figured you could use the extra money. And then I'd go and look, and then half my pills would be gone. That's what he did. Well, I didn't have enough pills to get me through the month. And this was Christmas back in 2014. So, we were up in Vermont. Oh, I didn't sell shit. He just took them. And he'd leave me money. So I wasn't selling nothing. He just stole them. So, I said, you want to know what, motherfucker? I'm going to call your ass out right here. I went into my pill bottle to get my pills, and I saw half the pill bottle was fucking gone when we were in Vermont. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I knew it was him. I freaked the fuck out. And I said, you want to know what? You're either going to go get me a fucking... You're going to go to your buddy. Because in Vermont, we was it was the creme there. And I said, you're going to go find your little friend that grows weed. And you're going to go and buy me a half ounce for all the fucking... yeah. You're going to go buy me a nice big fucking stinky half ounce of fucking weed for all the pills you just took. Hey, how you doing? Well, he sure did that because he didn't want called out in front of his whole family for stealing my half a bottle of pills. Do you know how many times I've had people break in my house to steal my medication? A lot. A lot. Actually, I haven't recorded it. It's kind of funny, but it's not. Either way, I'm no longer on any of that stuff. But this was back in 2014. So he didn't want called out. So he went and got a nice big half ounce of fucking really good bud. So we come back after our trip. And wouldn't you know, I get to the doctor and they piss test me. Because when you're on those kind of medications, they just started this whole piss test thing. You had to sign. At that time, they had me on all kinds of medication. They had me on depression medication. They had me on, and I'm going to college throughout all this. This guy was a narcissist to the nth degree. He would do all the freaking gaslighting, all the projecting, all the freaking silent treatment when he'd go to work. He did it. The cheating, got a stripper pregnant. Let's just get this out there. I'd catch stuff on his phone all the time. That's why one of the reasons I'm like, I'll never go through someone's phone again. If I can't trust them, I shouldn't be with them. Well, and he had a job where he got piss tested randomly too. So he was a dumbass, but he never got in trouble for that. Either way, I ended up getting randomly piss tested because if he would have never stole my pills, I would have had enough pills to make it through to the next month. And I wouldn't have ever got that weed, and things would have been whatever. But I needed something for my pain. So they took me off of my Vicodin. They took me off of my clonazepam. They took me off any kind of controlled substance I was on. everything because I have weed in my system. Oh, well, you're self-medicating with weed. It's not self-medicating with weed, asshole. It's for pain. And you can't just go to the doctor and be like, oh, yeah, my boyfriend's stealing my pills. So I ended up, they basically told me that they ain't going to renew my prescriptions and that if it was that bad, I needed to sign myself into the hospital. You want to know why people got on heroin so bad? Because they couldn't get their fucking pills anymore. Because the government made it that bad. And guess what? Most of these doctors are foreigners. This doctor was a foreigner from the Middle East. Guess where the biggest opiate heroin comes in from? And it ain't from the southern border. It's Afghanistan and Pakistan. Look it up. They wanted us doped up. It's the biggest supplier. Well, guess who has ties with the Muslim people? It isn't Trump. And it was before him. And guess who's pocketing all kinds of money now? From Big Pharma. Let's talk about Obamacare. Hello. They just bought another house in Hawaii, by the way. But they're not making no money. This was the biggest up the ass raw trade deal that we have ever got. When I was in 2005, 2006, our health insurance for a family for a week was $8. Our co-payments were $5. To go to the emergency room, it was a $25 copay. Yeah, they are. Well, some of the doctors are. A lot of the doctors, now it's just, if you can't get, now they're just pushing other medications. Yeah, well, now they just want people to die. Now it's every man for themselves out in these streets. My daughter tried calling me. I'm going to try and call her on the other phone. Hang on a minute. I didn't realize it was this late. Oh my gosh. Hang on, Liv. And I'm kind of bringing this up today because we are coming into a new year. And if there is one thing that I can say for New Year's resolution, if anybody has that or has one, and you're dealing with substance stuff like that, try and wean yourself off. I had to do it, and I did it. I got off narcotics. I didn't go to heroin. I signed myself into, not necessarily even rehab. I felt like I was going crazy. I signed myself into a psych ward. And I got stepped down. Well, I actually went off the narcotic. They put me on tramadol, which helped. And I barely take that now. I only get 20 of them a month, and I could go show you. I probably have 30, 40 of them in my room. I barely take them because I just deal with the pain. I mean, yeah, I'm in bed a lot of days, but what are you going to do? I have a prosthetic disc in my neck from this car accident I was in. I was smashed in between 3 cars. and I had massive whiplash. So, what are you going to do? I had exes that that stole from me, and yeah, I mean, it's bullshit. But this is the century. This is the decade that I'm leaving in the past here. Okay? Along with the people. Not that I have an issue. Like, I understand. I've been through a lot. I've been through it all. All going through narcissistic abuse. All going through trying to get through the pain of, you know, the physical pain of stuff. Trying to mentally process everything. And no, I was not bipolar, even though sometimes I look like I am, but that's more my spirituality side coming out. It's true. It's frustrating. Like I said, Congress needs removed. This is the anarchy I'm looking at. The only ones I see safe, and I'm going to say it one last time, and I guarantee it, and it's going to happen. I'm telling you, Donald Trump will be president once again. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. I'm letting you all know he's getting reelected. I said it before. I'm saying it again. He's the only one who really cares, even a smidge, about American policy, business. I'm not saying he's the best person, but I'm not saying that. But it's obvious Congress does not give a fuck about you, me, or anybody out there, any other country. They care about lining their own pockets with all kinds of perks and kickbacks from the people who, Big Pharma, the deep state, George Soros, and all of them. They are bought and paid for by the world system. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to stop just standing by and bending over and saying, you want to know what, government? You can shove your penis, your tainted fucking penis up my ass. When are we going to do that? When are we going to stop and say, we're good? Like, you can continue to fuck me in the ass and fuck me on taxes and try and take my guns. Just not going to happen. But it's going to take everybody together, working together, to get them motherfuckers out. I want you to watch your congressmen. I want you to watch your reps. And I'm telling you, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I am a libertarian. Actually, right now I'm an anarchist libertarian. I want the whole fucking structure to come down. The only ones I want left standing is Pence and Trump. That's it. The rest of them need to go. I don't mind Ted Cruz. He's kind of cool. He understands. However, he would not have been able to take this heat that Donald Trump has taken. I don't think anybody would have. I sure as fuck know Barack Obama wouldn't have been able to take this heat. He was bought and paid for. He was bought and paid for by George Soros and the rest of the Rockefellers and the New World Order. So, guess what? That's the evil we're fighting. It's worldwide. It isn't just our own United States government. It's around the world. And that's why us as a world, that's why us as a world collective need to stand by one another. It's not about this country versus that country. It's about good versus evil at this point. Let's get that right. Now, since I brought that all back up around, and I kind of got some of my own skeletons out in the closet, even though I might have talked about this before, what had to happen and transpire with me. But, you know, it's all a part. Everything happened for a reason. I have to have a story for everything, don't I? So I can help other people. Well, I'm going to let you know something. You might not feel like there's enough protection to cover us. Oh, yes, there is. There's light beings coming in right now. My energy's pretty good today. We have light beings coming in to help us with whatever your mission is. I don't know where like I said, I'm heading in this mission of well, my kid's here. I got to take her up to the doctor. She has a neurologist appointment. And there's a lot of things that I have not gotten done. I still have to get my paperwork sent back into, because I haven't been able to work, the assistant's office so that I can get health insurance, because I have a pituitary tumor. I have all kinds of health issues. And my daughter now gets migraines as well. So, yeah. So we need health insurance. I have a tooth to get pulled. Like, it's not like I abuse the system. I get my medication. That's it. Pretty much. And I go see my doctor twice a year. I'm supposed to go get an MRI every year, but I don't because of this pituitary tumor I have. And then what really pisses me off is all the shit that I've gone through over the past, especially over the past 2-3 years since I've graduated college. I graduated college dealing with this shit. Yes, I did. If I wouldn't have been dealing with narcissistic abuse and could have focused on college, I definitely would have made, if not Dean's List, I would have made high honors. I was like a half a point away from making Dean's List. Like, honors for graduation, I was like a half a point. And I was like a 3.275 for my average GPA when I graduated my college. And trust me, all of my poli-sci classes that I had, or my political classes, I was getting A's in. And they were writing papers about this shit. My favorite politician's Rand Paul right now. Well, I like this father way better because he was a libertarian. Ron Paul. I'm tired of paying taxes on shit and not having representation. I'm tired of seeing people stay addicted to shit and not get the help they need. I'm tired of seeing people in behavioral health just have to go see a psychiatrist but don't get the trauma help they need. Tired of seeing people who are narcissistically abused be misdiagnosed as bipolar when it's actually complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So, there's going to be a lot of shit, like I said, changing. Either way, I gotta get off here. I gotta go to the bank so I can cash these checks I have. Put the rest in the bank because I couldn't even afford to buy a pack of cigarettes the other day. That's how broke I am. Yeah, and I needed them, but I couldn't. So I really got to get to the bank yesterday. Couldn't even move. Yeah, it's been rough. So, this is why I had said, yeah, it's about the time I woke up, 12:31 a.m. to a text message from the best buddy friend. No offense to Sagittariuses, but and I love Saggies, and I cared about her a lot. But when she pulled her shenanigans one more time, I warned her. You freaking ever, after all the shit I've done for you, you ever fucking choose a penis over me ever again? We're done as friends. And I knew that she lied to me. She didn't have to tell me. It's like my time meant nothing to her. My time meant zero. I could message her and she'd wait to, when it was at her convenience, she'd message back. 2-3 days later. Well, yeah, because you know what? Anytime she had a problem with the dude, guess who she'd call and whine to? Me. I don't have time to hear your problems. I had my own fucking problems. Where were you when I needed you? In case you watched. She was one of the ones I knew I had to cut out. And it was hard because I looked at her like a little sister. But she's never been a true friend. I realized that, and I knew the universe was telling me to cut her the fuck off. Yo! I'm about ready. Hang on. I gotta run to the bank first. I know. I'm live right now, kid. I'm still live on the same stream. So, here's what I do know.
We're going out to the car and listening to music. Unlock it.
What?
Here's what I do know. My kids bring her friends here to go to her doctor appointment with her. It's annoying. There's no excuse for this. Have fun at that work meeting. Congratulations to anybody who actually can work. But, yeah, this is, what's about to happen for me. I know that. Like I said, I'm going to do, the monthlies. I'd like to do a yearly forecast for everybody, but, I got to be setting up Patreon. I have to be setting up my website. I have to be doing taxes this coming month, and I have to be looking for a job. So, I'm going to do it all. All those blocks are being lifted. And you want to know what the universe showed me? The first thing, and it was a sign because I wasn't sure who was going to win the damn game. It was like really like the Eagles barely won their game against a shitty team, and Dallas like killed, and Dallas is the arch nemesis of the Philadelphia Eagles. Divinely guided knows she lives in Dallas. How about those Cowboys? my ex-boyfriend's Wayne. This is how third dimensional he is in his thinking. It's coming. Hey, how you doing? This is how third dimensional he is in his thinking. Like I said I was going to unblock. Well, I wasn't going to say anything if the Eagles lost. I would have left it go. And I would have just waited for the Merry Christmas Hoover. But I figured I'd get it over with. And the Eagles won. So my text message to him, because he actually bought us tickets to go to see that game, which I don't think he ever did. I think that was a big fat fucking lie. Even though I blocked him then, but there was other messages, I guess, that came through. I could still see the messages. It's just they don't come up as on my phone, like that I have them in my thing, unless I actually go in and look, and then I can see that he messaged back. I messaged him back when the Eagles won that game. Checkmate. With the middle finger. We were supposed to be at that game. But it didn't have anything to do with the fact I was nice and warm. I watched it at my parents'. Left in the third quarter and was like, oh, this is getting too intense, because I heard God tell me, when you know, I called the game. I said the Eagles were going to win that game. I said it from the beginning. I said they usually split. The Eagles are going to win that game. I'm just telling you right now. I already know it. When I already know something, it happens. And he's like, well, they're doing good in his Cowboys. And, we'll see. We'll see. And when Dallas wins this game, I got you this little Dallas outfit that you're going to wear for me. Which I'm sure never got, because he's a liar. Yes, the Eagles did win. So, you want to know what? I messaged him, checkmate, with the middle finger. And he messaged back before I could block him, win some, lose some. And I messaged him back, enjoy your karma for fucking me over. Blocked. And he's like, now what did I do? Well, gee, I sold those tickets and I lost $150, if that's what you're talking about. Really? You think it was about money? You think it was about taking... I didn't even ask... I kind of wanted to go, but I didn't even ask you to buy those fucking tickets. I didn't care about that. What I cared about is the fact that you lied about your intentions with me. That's what I cared about. That's what the universe cared about. And you didn't hold up to your end of the bargain, motherfucker. So now, yeah, you're going to get karma in spades. And if you're thinking, oh, well, my karma was just Cowboys losing. Wrong. Nope. That wasn't the karma I was referring to. That, oops, wasn't the karma I was referring to. The universal karma of fucking with people's hearts and souls. That's the karma I'm referring to. Good luck trying to find anybody who doesn't do what you just did to me or your ex-wife. Right back. You're not going to find nobody. Tables are going to turn on yo, bitch ass. And let's just get this straight. Karma is also your biggest fear, motherfucker. It isn't the Cowboys losing to the Eagles. That's your biggest fear. I know what it is. So enjoy that karma. I wish you well, man, because you're going to need it. I don't give a fuck if you're a Capricorn or not. I don't. neither does the universe care what your zodiac sign is. You could get hit just as being a Capricorn if you did this to somebody 10 times harder than somebody who doesn't have these planets in their zodiac wheel. Oh, yes. So you enjoyed that. You're about to find out. People are going to be seeing it right through you, clear like Windex. The little veil you have up. Just like the universe revealed you in 3 weeks to me. 3 weeks it took. You knew you were getting exposed. You knew you were getting exposed. And that's the way it goes. Be expecting a Hoover. They're going to probably try and apologize and reel you back in. Stay strong. Don't let them do it. I got to get going. I love you. Peace out. Have a nice Christmas. Have a nice New Year. I'll see you guys over the next few days, I'm assuming. But I gots to go. We shall talk to you later. Mwah. See you later. Jack says Merry Christmas. Bye.